Well, guys, this is an unfortunate episode in farming. There are dead chickens everywhere. So they're piled up like crazy. Trying to find. There's one that's been eaten a little, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I only just noticed this now, so I'm still kind of trying to process it. Bodies aren't old. Actually, this one even feels like it's still kind of warm. So, oh man. Here's one of the roosters that survived from last time. Chewed up all along the back side. Looks right there like it was getting at the neck quite a lot. Trying to find other one that's consumed too. Whatever killed it, or them, made it into the chicken coop by some means. So I'm going to go around the outside of the chicken coop now. Unfortunately, we have snow all over the ground. So it's hard. Whatever killed him with a bite to the neck. So I think, based on that fact, that we're even buried him. Like, this one was definitely buried over here intentionally. As were, I think, all of the chickens in that corner. And I have a piece of evidence in the other stall that leads me to believe that this was either a mink or a weasel. I'm leaning more towards a weasel because there are lots of little cracks that a weasel could easily get in here. Look, I don't think that chicken died in there. It's possible, but I think it was more stashing instinct. I think this weasel or mink or whatever it was killed them and then was stashing them in here. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It looks like at least 22 birds. So I just came out here to feed them and I found them all. So that's 22 chickens. And I have 1 duck here. And here's why I'm leaning towards weasel or mink. So as you can see, the neck is chewed out, and whenever it's mink or weasel, they're pretty well known for this sort of attack, which would include biting at the neck. And I think if it was a fox, I think all of them would be dead, honestly. The amount that are left alive, like there's literally, like the saying goes, fox in a hen house. If it was a fox, I don't think any of the chickens would have survived the way that they have, you know? And a large enough amount of them survived that I legitimately think it was a small creature. So, based on that theory, I'm going mink or weasel. See, we got a crack right under here that, you know, even a skunk could fit under. But, you know, I've never had... Oh, not a skunk. Never mind. There's that little lip I didn't see here before. But, you know, you got like an inch of space there. A weasel could easily get under. Even a mink could weasel its way in. Haha. I know a skunk can fit through that crack because I've seen him do it before. I almost patched it, but I was like... No, I never had any real trouble with anything. You know, the other reason I'm thinking mink or weasel is because... The animals were all left here and buried here. As you saw in the other stall, some of them looked like they were buried here intentionally. And obviously mink and weasels, they're not large enough creatures to transport their prey once they kill it. And because of that fact, they're really unable to take any of their kills anywhere. So they'll just leave them where they are and come back for them later. So we've had a fresh layer of snow. I don't know if this happened yesterday or today. I think it happened today, like in the last 24 hours, but there's just no way of really knowing. If we look over here, looks like we have some tracks. Oh, never mind. I think those are rabbit tracks. I was gonna say they look like fox, but I'm pretty sure they're just the little rabbit that's always running around. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be really hard to pinpoint exactly what this creature is. That's been here. There are rabbit tracks everywhere. There's just too much snow on the ground to get a definitive print. But based on the sort of attack that it was, you know, I'm leaning towards a mink or a weasel. I mean, look under here. I'm pretty sure they could have easily just gone underneath that edge and gotten in there some way like that. But I truly don't know. I truly don't know. But I'm closing this door tonight. I'm gonna take all those dead chickens out of there, and I'm gonna set traps pretty much along this whole length. I don't expect it to be a fox, so I'm not gonna secure the traps down. I'm just gonna set them along here, one here, a couple of body traps, conibears, other things like that, and try and catch whatever this critter was that went in there and killed them all. But the fact that no chickens are dead out here is why I think it's a fox. I think the attack happened in the middle of the night, because if it happened during the day, there would be birds dead out here, or at the very least signs of a struggle out here, because the birds do come out during the day. And even if they don't, I mean, they don't like the snow that much. Look, we got feathers here. They don't like the snow that much, but if they were being attacked during the day, the chickens would come outside. They would come outside because, oh, okay, so here we have another bit of evidence. Oh no, it's Piper. Dang it. I was looking for him. I was hoping he wouldn't be dead out here. So here's the deal with him. His head's gone, but his neck's chewed. See, that's his neck. That whole red bit, that's his neck chewed down. So I'm still thinking mink or weasel for these kills, for all of them. So that's the only bird it looks like that's dead out here. Nope, it looks like we got one over here too. So we're upwards of 30 dead birds from one creature attacking. Yep, we have something tangled up in the fence over here. That's another bird. So yeah, we're close to 30 birds from one attack. So I'm gonna close up the birds tonight, take care of the dead ones, and set traps everywhere, and I'll catch you guys back up if we catch anything. But I mean, this is the realities of keeping birds. You know, all it takes is one little creature to find your birds, and they can do that much damage. That's easily 30 birds they've just killed in a matter of 24 hours, maybe 48 hours. You know, admittedly, it's been cold, so I kind of put off coming out here the last couple days. So, but based on the bodies, they look like they're within 24 hours. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys up in a minute. Well, folks, the trap worked just the way it was supposed to, just on a raccoon. All the other traps, I'm pretty sure, are empty. They've been set for a little while. That one's empty. This one's empty. The chickens are out all the time now, so they just keep tripping them. But yeah, we caught a raccoon, so that's worth something. I hate raccoons, so anyway, tell you if you get anything else. Alright guys, so it's actually been a little while. I've neglected to actually upload this video, but here we are uploading it months later. And the conclusion I've come to is it still could have been a weasel or a mink, but I'm fairly certain it's probably a fox. The reason I say fox is that I actually had a fox return to the coop like later on. I had fox prints, and that one that was dead outside I actually had in a trap, and the fox tried digging it out of the trap, and there were fox prints and evidence of a fox being there. But the chicken coop door was open the night that the fox was in the electric area. So I assume if it was a fox, it would have just gone back inside the coop, since it knew how to get in there before, which is why I'm also sketched about whether or not it's actually a fox. I just have no idea what it could potentially be, because unless it was just a different fox. It was a pair of foxes, and only one of the foxes got in the coop, and the other one wasn't like educated on the fact that it could go in the coop. That could make sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably a fox, because I had a fox come back a couple different times. But if it was a fox that did the killing, like I said, one of the reasons that discredited that theory was the fact that all the bodies were in the second stall. And if a fox came into the coop, why wouldn't it just kill them in this first stall and not in the second stall? And my debunking of that is, well, if the fox came in and a chicken that it saw on the ground, because most of them roost up, it went to chase it, and it went into the other coop, and then it went to the other coop, and it killed that one and freaked out the rest of the birds. And there are more birds in that part of the coop anyway, so they start jumping around and flying, and they actually busted the light out. So this is all just theories. There's no way of really telling what happened, because I only have proof that a fox returned, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was returning. Maybe it just got into the fence and was trying to get the easy dead meal. So no way of knowing exactly what happened, but anyway, see you later.
thanks for watching, and hopefully I don't have to upload a video of a bunch of my birds dying again.